Well, in a recent survey, 32 million Americans self-identified as Christians who attend church regularly said they weren't going to vote this election due to a lack of interest. But many of those people also responded that they would really appreciate hearing from their pastors a biblical Christian perspective on the election. But sadly, many pastors don't want to get involved politically. You know, they had the same problem back in Nazi Germany. As the Nazis were coming into power, you actually had some pastors support that worldview, but the majority didn't want to get involved politically, so they didn't say anything. But as you know, to say nothing is to do something the wrong way. There was a small slice of pastors who signed the Barman Declaration, which was a restatement of their basic beliefs of the Bible, the gospel. And as time went on, they realized as the gospel changes us on the inside, it can't help but change us on the outside. And they began to bring awareness and awakening to their congregations about what was happening with the Nazis. Now, can you imagine how things might have been very different in Germany if all the pastors, most of the pastors, had brought awareness to their congregations? How that would have changed their churches and then communities and then the country. But sadly, as we know, that never happened. But here in the United States, we do have that a chance to speak up. And if you're a pastor, our appeal to you is to speak to your congregation from a biblical perspective about the election. It's not about endorsing a personality or a candidate. It's the big picture. What's at stake this election? You can teach what the Bible teaches about the sanctity of human life in the womb. What does the Bible teach about God's ordained sanctity for human sexuality, male, female gender? What does the Bible teach about freedom? And if you're one of the Christians who was thinking of not voting, our appeal to you is to vote. You know, the only thing needed for evil to thrive is for good men to do nothing. And some people, though, feel like, well, my vote doesn't really matter. Well, the truth is, even the world's richest billionaire, his dollars are all made up of individual pennies. And if you choose to vote to your Christian values, you'll be able to look your friends and neighbors, your kids, your grandchildren, look yourself in the eye in the mirror when you get up in the morning and say, I know I did my part. Welcome to the Great Awakening.